Salam and greeting to everybody. Today I talk about universality and Islam. Uh, East Asian countries were fortunate to have wise and moderate leaders who benefited from the conditions of the Cold War and gained a large portion of attention and care of the West. Huntington says if Indonesia and Malaysia continue their economic growth, they might present a development model that rivaled the Western and other Asian models. For the Islamic world that promotes the idea of combining religion and state, the global dimension of the idea of Islam in the level of the Quran in its Mecca revelation model can be a good basis for proposals or proposing a new intellectual and spiritual model that provides spiritual support for modern civilization, or at the very least gives the light to the Islamic world to move forward in a global project for peace and unification. A unification assembly that complements the existing Western project rather than denying or contradicting it. Al-Hajj Hamid says, Al-Hajj Hamid is a famous or a well-known Sudanese writer in Sudan. He says, the true test is at stake for the vast human experience of what we advocate as a new cosmic conception. He's talking about his proposal of universality, actually. The necessity of our interaction with all the philosophical experiences of the world is not for the purpose of renewing the Islamic religion within the framework of the problems of local modernity, but it is a necessity to put what we have on the rubric of global universality at the level of contemporary man. Quotation ended. Anyhow, in spite of the postmodern argument that all solutions are local, and despite their disbelief in big narratives, humanity today has surpassed the narrow local and regional proposals. Even local solutions can only be presented within the framework of their planetary dimensions, as all parts of the whole world are very vulnerable to each other. Haj Hamad also says, every renewal that depends on the peculiarity of the local consciousness is nothing but a lame and short breath renewal, limited by the extent of the place it belongs to. Quotation ended. Thus, we see that the alternative should come universal in frame and content, accepting and dealing with contemporary science. All of the above mentioned confirms our call for the need to put forth a global religious understanding that all the people of faith wraps around in a general and inclusive pluralism. That is what we call the universality of faith, unification, and peace. It is a universality that transcends the era of capitalism and communism to herald a new dawn for new man. Paul Mason, he's a famous writer. He says, information capitalism has made an important factor for change. It is the educated and connected person. Quotation ended. Many critics of modernism, capitalism, and critics of communism advocate for our example, albeit from a different, of course, point of view, a different perspective, and different ends. Thank you.